Hey everybody, it's Jenna. I had to hop on today to very quickly share my thoughts on a pretty big piece of Marvel news. Deadline is reporting that Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier is Marvel Studios' top choice to helm their upcoming X-Men reboot. The film is currently being written by the Hunger Games alum Michael Leslie, and outside of a smattering of random casting rumors from earlier this year, this is the first major update on the movie that we've had in months. The reports indicate that Schreier isn't officially confirmed yet, but that he's already starting to turn down other projects to clear his schedule for the gig. I was very pleasantly surprised to hear this news, and let me tell you why. I already had a hunch, given how significant X-Men is going to be for Marvel Studios, that the director would probably be someone who's already in-house and they have a good working relationship with. We're going to see that with Matt Shakman in Fantastic Four First Steps, and with the Russos on Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. And as much as I would love to live in a world where an X-Men director isn't white and or male, and I have a feeling we'll get to that point eventually, I do think Schreier is easily the most inspired choice out of the options that Marvel might have. If you've been watching this channel at all recently, you already know how I feel about Schreier's work on Thunderbolts. I think it is easily one of the best new additions to the multiverse saga, and I am consistently blown away by how well it handled all of its existing moving parts and its complicated, messy ensemble of characters, while still having a clear point of view and sense of humor and style. I also think, despite it being a clear ensemble piece, the film centers Yelena as a protagonist in such a great way that feels like a major step in continuing to break the glass ceiling of a quote-unquote female superhero movie. I also have been charmed by a lot of the things surrounding the movie. The A24-esque trailer, which Schreier later revealed that he cut together himself as a joke, Schreier's comments at early screenings about wanting to make something different in the superhero landscape, and his clear, overwhelming love for the comics and the people who bring them to life, as exemplified by what Sentry co-creator Paul Jenkins actually revealed on a recent episode of my podcast, Phase Hero.
I walked into the after party after the premiere, sort of minding my own business, right? And all of a sudden I hear this, Paul Jenkins. I hear it from the side. I'm like, who's that? Look out, it's Jake. And I'm thinking to myself, aren't you busy? Calls me over and he starts talking to me, and he was genuinely, this is why I think they made that film. Jake's all about the creativity and what it means, right? He didn't care about the attention, standing in the after party yelling at me. And so I go over and talk to him, and he asked me genuinely, how do you think I did? What do you think that we did with this film? Did we get what you wanted? And he said, Paul, I mention you in articles often. Every time I'm interviewed, or often when I'm interviewed, I talk about you because that was important to him.
All of these elements of Schreier's approach feel perfectly suited for the X-Men reboot, a project that, next to First Steps and Secret Wars, is easily going to be the most important title that Marvel Studios produces in the near future. The X-Men lore is massive and ever-evolving and means so many things in so many different ways to different people. I know I'm not alone in loving a lot of the previous Foxverse movies, and I'm so glad that they're finally getting their flowers through Deadpool and Wolverine and through Doomsday, but it's still undeniable that those movies only began to scratch the surface of that lore and that meaning. Rebooting the X-Men with all of that potential is a tall order for anyone to do, but I trust Schreier to bring heart and a clear point of view to it. That sensibility seems to be present in his other projects too. I haven't seen Beef yet, but I plan on changing that before season 2, but I really enjoyed how he handled the character dynamics and teenage emotion of his adaptation of John Green's Paper Towns. I can so clearly envision how Schreier would approach the relationships and the big personalities and the emotional undercurrent of the X-Men, while simultaneously knowing that I could be so surprised by what exactly that entails. Again, this isn't even remotely confirmed yet, but I really hope it ends up being. I also really hope that Thunderbolts co-writer Joanna Callow and composer Sun Lux, a band that I have loved since college, and I'm so glad to see them get this big of a platform, follow him along too, because I really feel like they would have fun with it as well. What do you think of Jake Schreier potentially directing X-Men? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you haven't already done so. Merch is available at the link in the description. As always, you can find me on social media at Hey It's Jenna Lynn. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, go read some comics.